Hi everyone and good Saturday evening. It's Eric here with another video update for you. I did one of these this morning and I encourage you to check out Meteorologist Andrew DiPaolo's Facebook Live from earlier on this afternoon. I'm just going to add a few thoughts to what he said and give you kind of an update on the latest trends with our rain over the next 24 to 30 hours or so. Boy, what a gloomy day. I have 59 degrees at my place and with light rain falling, it's not nice outside. It's a raw day and we can expect temperatures just like this again tomorrow. It's going to be hard pressed to get above 60 tomorrow afternoon. But the rain today has been fairly inconsequential. A nuisance, yes, but it's not like it's been real heavy or anything. I've had 0.34 at my place in Boardman so far today. So we've had some decent amounts of rain, but the big show is coming later on tonight into tomorrow. Look how much heavier the rain is out into parts of Indiana, the Ohio River Valley from Bloomington to Louisville up towards the Cincinnati area. And some of this heavier rain is going to track north and east as we go through tonight and into the day tomorrow. As I showed you this morning, flood watches and flash flood watches are in effect for all of the television viewing area, and actually just about all of Ohio and western PA in those flash flood and flood watches. So all of these green colors are the flash flood watches and flood watches. It doesn't really matter if your county is in a flash flood watch or just a regular flood watch. The impacts are all the same. We're looking at a pretty good amount of rain coming our way for tonight and for tomorrow. So let's break this down and show you the high-res Futurecast here. I'm going to show you the latest run of the Futurecast model here. This is a model that's run once an hour and was just upgraded this summer. So I think it's a little more accurate than it used to be thanks to this upgrade. It's also run out to 36 hours now, 4 times a day, which is really a nice tool for us to look at. 4 different times a day this runs, you know, during most hours it runs out to 18 hours, but 4 times a day it runs all the way out to 36 hours. So it gives us another tool in our toolbox when we're trying to figure things out in the short range. Light rain is going to continue this evening into tonight. Now, as we fast forward into tomorrow morning, notice we start getting into some of these yellows and reds. The rain's going to get steadier. It's going to get heavier. If you plan on heading off to church services tomorrow morning, just plan on a washout. It's going to be raining, and especially in our southern television viewing area, some of this rain could be kind of heavy. So areas south of 224 and down towards the Route 30 corridor for a time, this could be some pretty hefty rain tomorrow morning. The rain will continue for much of the day tomorrow at varying intensities. Some of the time it'll be kind of light, some of the time it'll be a little heavier, and the rain will take until probably Monday morning to taper off. If you happen to find yourself heading to the Browns-Steelers game tomorrow afternoon, not pretty. Now, I don't think it's a deluge. I don't think it's like a South Florida tropical downpour the entire game. But I do think up in Cleveland there can be at least some light rain and some gusty winds at times tomorrow afternoon, along with a chilly east-northeast wind. So, yeah, the running game should be a big factor for the Browns and Steelers game tomorrow afternoon up in Cleveland at the stadium. All right, so our weather will begin to slowly improve as we go into the day on Monday. Here's a look at the latest model run here for the Youngstown-Warren Airport. And this, I think this is a fairly valid idea for a lot of Trumbull and Mahoning counties. This is all of our modeling here. You see kind of a spread between the NAM on the low end down here and the GFS kind of on the high end up here. Our range is so roughly, say, 2.5 to about 5 inches worth of rain, according to the latest run of our models here. Now, again, this is for the Youngstown-Warren Airport, and you can kind of extrapolate this out into Mahoning County and probably parts of Mercer County as well. I can tell you that the rainfall totals on a lot of our modeling higher to the south as you get down into Columbiana County. Here's a look at the National Weather Service rainfall forecast for our area. Once you get into some of these deeper purples here, this is 5-6 inches worth of rain from Lisbon down to East Liverpool and Wellsville, heading over into parts of Beaver County, Lawrence County. Amounts gradually get lower as you go off to the north, but still, even in northern Trumbull and northern Mercer, there's probably going to be at least 2 or 3, perhaps even 4 inches worth of rain coming our way tonight and heading into tomorrow and tomorrow night. Here's a look at the European model, the ensemble model here for, let me bring that back up, sorry about that. For the Youngstown-Warren Airport, the ensemble mean here is about 4 inches or so. Where you see kind of this box right here, that's kind of the most likely scenario, and that's a range of, say, 3.5 to about 5 inches. So that's the European model idea as far as the ensemble forecast goes here. The entire range of possibilities delineated by this kind of whisker plot here, but really pay most attention to the box here. I'll get an average of about 4.2, 4.3, but a range of 3.5 to 5. That's the European model, which, you know, if you've been following my, my forecast for a while now, and if you're kind of weather savvy, you know that the European model, generally speaking, is our best model. It has its good days and its bad days, just like any model, but on average, it's going to do a little bit better than the rest of our modeling. I'm particularly concerned about river flooding. If you live near a river in a flood-prone area, if you've lived in that area for a while, you know when, you know, that you know when things are likely to get kind of bad in your area. If you live near the Mahoning River from Leavittsburg right through Warren and right down through Youngstown, you know that that's a zone that floods sometimes, and you know you need to be particularly weather aware in these heavy rain situations. This is a product showing the odds of major flood stage being reached in East Liverpool down along the Ohio River. Right now the odds are around 38%, according to this particular set of modeling. Right now the mean river stage is around 12 feet or so. Major flood stage is 17 feet, but minor flooding begins at about 14 feet. So that's the Ohio River down towards East Liverpool. Here's a look at the Mahoning River at Warren. Right now the odds of major flood stage being reached, according to this particular set of modeling, about 49%. The mean is about 12 feet. Mahoning River at Warren, major flood stage begins at 12.5 feet up there. This is the Mahoning River at Leavittsburg with a 40% chance of major flood stage being reached here. Major flood stage being about 15 feet. The mean is right near that. So yeah, Mahoning River, Leavittsburg, Eagle Creek in southwestern Trumbull County, you got to be paying attention to this situation over the next 12 to 24 hours because those rivers and those creeks could get very, very high. And as I said this morning, there's oftentimes a lag between when the heavy rain occurs and when the river crests, a pretty decent lag sometimes. So these rivers probably won't crest until Monday. The heavy rain's mostly Sunday, but the crest of the rivers probably does not occur until during the day on Monday. So we're going to keep a close eye on that. And finally, here's the Mahoning River at Youngstown. Right now the mean is around 18 feet, according to this set of modeling, with a chance of major flood stage, the odds of major flood stage being reached at about 44%. So yeah, you know, this is a potentially dangerous flooding situation for areas near our rivers. You know, everybody's paying close attention to the situation in Boardman because of all the flooding that we had last month. And localized flooding is still a concern in a general sense, but this is probably more of a river flooding situation than a flash flooding localized situation. So again, everyone needs to be weather aware this weekend, but particularly if you live near a river, and particularly I think if you live near the Mahoning River in Trumbull County down into Mahoning County, stay up on the latest forecasts through tonight and through the day tomorrow. Meteorologist Andrew DiPaolo will have a full update tonight on 21 News at 11 o'clock. I'll chime in on social media from time to time, of course, right through tomorrow night, and into the day on Monday. And the most detailed forecast you'll get on any weather app you can find is on the StormTracker 21 app. That is a human forecast you'll find on the app. The hourly forecast, the forecast videos, the daily forecast, it's all human generated, not computer model generated. So ditch that default weather app that comes on your phone. And if you haven't yet, download the StormTracker 21 weather app. We are your source for the most accurate forecasts, and we'll keep you up to date throughout the weekend. Have a great Saturday night, everyone.